Israeli strike on central Beirut kills Hezbollah's chief spokesperson. The chief spokesperson of Hezbollah has been killed in an Israeli airstrike on central Beirut on Sunday, according to an official with Lebanese militant group. Mohammed Afif, the head of media relations for Hezbollah, was killed in a strike on the Arab Socialist Ba'ath Party's office, an anonymous Hezbollah official has said. Also on the programme, the Met Office has issued a yellow warning for snow and ice across parts of the UK on Sunday. Southern Scotland, Northern England, the Midlands and North Wales have been placed under a yellow weather warning. I'm repeating myself. From 7 p.m. Monday till 10 a.m. Tuesday. The Met Office says some snow is now expected, which could lead to slippery surfaces and difficult travel conditions. We have all you need to know. And the Transport Secretary has joined a growing cohort of ministers to express their stance on assisted dying and has told STV News, "My instinct is to vote in favour."
This is STV News with Stephen Woolrich.
Good evening. The chief spokesperson of Hezbollah has been killed in an Israeli airstrike on central Beirut on Sunday, according to an official with the Lebanese militant group. Mohammed Afif, the head media relations for Hezbollah, was killed in a strike on the Arab Socialist Ba'ath Party's office, an anonymous Hezbollah official has said. Israel's apparent targeting of Afif comes amid an escalation in its offensive in Lebanon, alongside intensified diplomatic efforts to achieve a ceasefire between Hezbollah and Israel. On Sunday, the health ministry in Gaza said at least 50 people were killed in an Israeli strike. The strike hit the central Lebanese area known as Ras al Neba in the middle of the day with evacuation warning issued. The Israel Defense Force has not commented on the strike. Afif was one of very few public faces of Hezbollah following a massive Israeli infiltration operation drove the group deep underground. He was also a close advisor to Hezbollah's long-time late leader Hassan Nasrallah, who was killed in an Israeli strike in September. He often delivered speeches from news conferences amid the rubble in the southern suburbs of Beirut. Hezbollah is currently reviewing a US-Israeli ceasefire proposal submitted to Lebanese government on Thursday, according to STV News' US partner CNN. It is unclear whether Afif's reported killing will impact the negotiations. Israeli airstrikes also hit several buildings in Beirut's southern suburbs on Sunday, where Hezbollah has long been headquartered after warning people to evacuate. The Transport Secretary has joined a growing cohort of ministers to express their stance on assisted dying and has told STV News, "My instinct is to vote in favour." Speaking on Sunday, Louise Hay said she was still making up her mind and is still listening to her constituents' views about the issue, but she noted she voted in favour of the measure the last time it was brought to Parliament. Hay becomes the latest minister to express their view about the vote, which is due to be debated by MPs on November 29th. Health Secretary Wes Streeting sparked controversy among MPs when he said he would be voting against it and said some NHS services might lose out if assisted dying becomes law. He has ordered NHS officials to carry out a cost analysis of any change and has warned it could cost the health system more if a new law were to be implemented. Labour MP Kim Leadbeater, who has drafted the bill, said Streeting's intervention has been disappointing and quite upsetting. Only terminally ill adults with less than 6 months to live who have a settled wish to end their lives would be eligible under the proposed law. Ms. Leadbeater and supporters of the proposed bill say it includes 3 layers of scrutiny, required sign-off by 2 doctors and a High Court judge. Liz Kendall, the Work and Pension Secretary, has said she will be voting for the bill. Shadow Home Secretary Chris Phillip told STV News he believed it was rather naughty of Streeting to use his position as Health Secretary to advance his view. Phillip said he did not want himself or anyone he knew to participate in assisted dying, but he respected people's liberty to make their own decisions, and said he was currently minded to vote for the bill. Earlier on Sunday, Baroness Tanny Gray-Thompson, an 11-time gold medalist, warned changing the law could cause a seismic shift in the way the health system cares for people. I urge parliamentarians to understand the significance of proposed changes to the law and the seismic shift it will cause to the way we choose to care for people at their most vulnerable, she said. Protecting people, blame me now, can't talk tonight. Protecting people is something the current prohibition on encouraging or assisting suicide does well, Baroness Thompson said. Parliamentarians should be in no doubt that a change to this law would fundamentally alter the political and political landscape for disabled people. The report from Dr. John Young, a Christian ethicist, argues the proposed law could grease the slope and pointed to potential extensions to include children or those living with mental and chronic illnesses or disabilities. Baroness Gray-Thompson's call was backed by Conservative Baron and disability rights campaigner Kevin Skinwin, who was born with brittle bone disease. Precedents in other jurisdictions show that safeguards are quickly eroded and disabled people become targets by default, he said. We should not be in any doubt the stakes could not be higher. Research from Nuffield Council on Bioethics found the majority of people supporting legislating assisted dying in England. But there are certain caveats linked to the support, including implementation of safeguards to ensure the service could not be abused, researchers have found. The September survey found that 7 in 10, 70% of people in England support a change in the law on assisted dying, and 14% oppose in change. And finally, let's have some better news, shall we? The Met Office has issued a yellow weather warning for snow and ice across parts of the UK on Monday. Southern Scotland, Northern England, the Midlands and North Wales have been placed under a yellow weather warning from 7 p.m. Monday until 10 a.m. Tuesday. The Met Office says ice and some snow is expected, which could lead to slippery surfaces and difficult travel conditions. A separate weather warning has been issued for northern parts of Scotland for snow and ice from 4 p.m. Sunday till 11 a.m. Monday. But when will it start to get colder? The first of the cold weather will be felt across far northern parts of Scotland throughout Sunday night, with a snow and ice warning in force from 4 p.m. Sunday until 11 a.m. Monday. We're potentially looking at our coldest night of the season so far on Sunday night, with lows across central Scotland expect to drop to around just a measly 7 degrees. The cold air will continue to sweep across the UK throughout Monday, with all but the far south and southwest of England seeing temperatures dropping sharply away by the end of the day. So how cold will it get by day and night? So the maximum highs on Monday in the north will just be 2 degrees centigrade. Oh God, better get them thermals out. And in the southeast, 8 degrees Celsius, I should say. And the southwest, 11 degrees Celsius. It will feel much cooler than those values for many though, particularly down the east coast, thanks to the bitterly cold and keen northerly wind. Generally this week, daytime temps will be 3 to 6 degrees in the north and 4 to 8 in the south. Nighttime temperatures could be around -4 in the south, -7 in the north. Again, feeling colder, still in the wind. So how does this compare to average? These temperatures would put us 4 or 5 degrees below the average for late November, especially so by night, where the average temperatures are around 2 to 5 in the north and 4 to 7 in the south. So the biggest question of all, shall we ask this? Do I dare? Who is likely to see snow and when? Oh yes, we should! Snow showers will bring snow to parts of northern Scotland through the week, with 5 to 10 centimetres over high ground. A low pressure system will bring snow to parts of southern Scotland, northern England, northern Wales and the North Midlands on Monday night and Tuesday morning. Snow is likely to lower levels, possibly with some settling on the ground, but higher ground could see 5 to 10 centimetres above 200 metres. 5 to 20 centimetres above 300 metres. Snow is possible in southern England on Thursday as a low pressure system runs to the south of the UK. However, this is very uncertain at the moment. Wintry showers are also possible throughout the week, particularly around coastal counties, but they are unlikely to bring much in the way of significant snowfall. So dare I ask this question, how long is this cold spell likely to last? I'm sorry, I had to. A gradual transition to milder air and the Atlantic systems is likely through the weekend, particularly on Sunday. This could bring heavy rain, strong winds and further potential snow risk. Not really clear, is it? And that is tonight's late news. Coming next will be the national weather and the news from your part of the UK. But from all of us here, thank you so much for watching and have a good rest of your evening. Bye bye.